Blessings, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live video with your girl, Anisabel Rose. And today we have some very important things to speak on. From the brutal killing of that 22-year-old gentleman over there in Cherry Tree Lane, we'll dive a little bit deeper into that. We want to dive also a little bit deeper into this 700 million, almost a billion, price tag of this current administration with 18 members cabinet and some junior ministers. We also want to look at the whole poor governance as it relates to massive flooding in the country, amongst other stuff. And when we say it is heart-wrenching to see what is happening in the country, many persons cannot see it. And I don't know why others cannot see it. But as the great Bob Marley said, you will never find justice in a world where criminals makes the rules. We have a top criminal organization basically running the country. We, the well-thinking Jamaicans, have no trust, no faith in this administration. And we constantly have to keep going back to even this September 3rd general election and all the irregularities and all of the intimidation and the government badness that was, meted out onto the wider country to suppress our democratic right. We have to speak about these things. But before we dive any deeper into it, I would love for you to like and share out this live, please and thanks. I want to big up all my members who joined the membership. Big up on yourself. Much respect. Thanks for coming on board. I also want to big up all of my moderators. For the ones them that have the wrench, they are the moderators on the channel. And let me make this very clear. I don't have a problem with Labourites coming on my platform. You have a right to choose who you want to support. Right? I see if I want to come on over here and talk about fourth term loading. I don't have a problem with that. What I take issue with, if I don't come on my platform to disrespect you, I don't expect any of you to come over here and to disrespect and who for go suck this and who for go this. Nobody who not come over here to come disrespect nobody and stay up on my channel. Right? And some of you have been watching you for a period of time, leaving some nasty, dirty, derogatory comments. And I watch them and I make it slide. But not everyone I wanna go get way. Remember me telling you that. And everyone I wanna go get way. And same like how I post one yesterday for come a passing place and I get bright. Remember say, you don't know me personally. A lot of you don't know me personally. Right? And I don't know a lot of you personally. And so if I don't come on my platform come disrespect any of you, I don't expect any disrespect from anyone. And so anytime when you come over here and disrespect my people, them or me, we start with me from day one, you're going to get an instant block and delete. And I want all my moderators to work in the live chat because I don't want no distraction. I'm going to want nobody come over here so come feel like you can run the show here. If you don't want to run a show, you go create a platform for yourself. Nothing hard in that. With that being said, we're moving right along. I want to big up Rumba Time News and Bible Studies. Big up yourself, Kevin Blair. Howard Tomlinson. Big up yourself, my brother driver A. Lyris Beckford. Big up on yourself. Please to like and share out the live. Liking the live go a far way. It gives YouTube the opportunity for push out the live. But I feel like when we ask someone to like up the live, which is free, we are making a bag of money off of the videos them, or we are making a bag of money off of the live them. We're asking you to do that in support of the channel, in order for YouTube to push out the videos them for us, right? If it was money alone, some of us wouldn't bother with YouTube, right? And I personally not coming on here to beg and distress anybody for their money. If it's laid upon your heart and you want to donate to the channel, feel free to do that. But now come here so come in a long argument and a bag of cash with nobody over their money. Big up to those who donate to the channel after year. Big up to those who support the membership. You too can join the membership. Only a small fee per month to be a member of the channel. Or I mean, big up yourself. So let us get straight into it now. We're seeing the killing of a 22-year-old fellow who happens to be a chef, based on videos and footages that we're seeing and the pictures. And I mentioned it, I believe, on the last live that I did on Sunday evening, but I didn't dive too deep because I wanted to get some more information. And so the police officers who entered this premises, it's alleged they had a warrant, right? 23 police men and women entered this premises. The video footages are there. What they didn't realize is that in this house, the people had their camera. We've seen other instances where a CCTV, right, brought justice and brought things to light. And in this case is the very same thing. We support policemen and women who are serving and protecting according to the law. We don't support policemen and women in going in people's house like this. You have a warrant, but yet still it is alleged that this gentleman that was murdered, he was not on the warrant. He just got home from work according to the footages that are being played on social media. Him hear boom banging on his door. He ran towards the door. You can see like he was basically eating something, I don't know, but in another part of the video he was eating. He ran towards the door when he realized that it was police, or I guess he saw it on his camera. He proceeded to lift his hand. So you try to show them say you don't have nothing upon you. And you comply. Him chop him on, which is the right thing to do, I believe, in a situation as this. And they entered the house. He was basically on the front porch, it seems. So what could have caused this young gentleman, 22 years old, to have lost his life in such a manner? None of the 23 policemen and women had no body cameras. What is the sense of the government investing in body cameras to stand accountable, the policemen and women to stand accountable for whatever transpire, whatever exchange they have with any civilian? Why is it a problem for the law enforcement officers to wear a body camera? It is being worn. Remember say una aspire to be first world. Remember say una want have an exemplary law enforcement body and team. But when we're seeing these things, the cameras, CCTV footages giving a different account of what the police officers are saying, we cannot trust them in those situations. And oftentimes we come and we say, not all of these gentlemen are criminal. That is what the JFJ was saying earlier up in the year. And we seen a prime minister in Andrew Holness took a platform and asked his supporters to counter a protest that a Jamaican for justice. who endorses human rights to the fullest. We want the police them to do them work. We want them to eradicate crime as much as possible. We want them to get rid of the criminals. But we don't want them to kill and hurt innocent people. We don't want them to kill and hurt innocent people. This is not right any at all. Indicom is saying 23 officers but nobody cameras in the Clarendon fatal raid. The deceased was not on the warrant. So how wanna go in a people place and the gentleman's name is not on the warrant, but yet still he turns up dead. He went to the front door to pull it and let him in to find out what is the issue or for find out what to come about. Him raise up him hand. So how this 22-year-old youth just dead so? And all we can hear is that they were taking off frontline duty. That alone is not enough. That alone is not enough. And we're seeing JFJ continues to call for police body cameras. When the JFJ stated their concerns of the 163% of fatal shootings from the JCF, we see the Commissioner of Police, Kevin Blake, him run out full bird speed and he came out with a 5-minute argument coming against JFJ. Look what happened. Remember, we not forget Amaria Danes. We're not gonna forget the gentleman who basically was lucky. Orlando Gray. Remember Orlando Gray? I don't remember which parish he comes from. But he too, some mistaken identity. Only cannot make any mistake. There is no room for error when you're in certain line of work. What happened to this gentleman? I've seen parts of the video where them basically realized that camera was in the house and one of them turned the camera. It's even alleged that when they realized that camera was all over the house, they disconnected the internet. They disconnected the internet. And I want you to hear what Andrew Holness had stated.
I'm decked out in my blue because I'm in full support of the JCF. I think the conversation in the country needs to be balanced. Obviously, the JCF's increased activities in interdicting criminals and in dealing with the gangs would have caused a significant increase in the loss of life of those who challenge them. But I think the country should also understand that the gang warfare is at a level where we must respond and respond decisively. The impact of it is that it is not only people who are related in the gang activity that is impacted. There is the tragic murder of a 14-year-old girl just going to the shop to get something and is caught up in gang warfare. She has nothing to do with it. She's totally innocent. She's looking forward to the rest of her life like any other Jamaican, only to have her life taken by criminals involved in gang warfare. That side of the story needs to be focused on, and Jamaicans should put their support behind the police to actually finally bring an end to the gangs. Gangs contribute 8% of murders in this country. And if we are able to eliminate, undermine, and eradicate the gangs, our murder rates would fall to below the regional average.
So the impact is real. We have recovered in St. Andrews South since the start of the year 104 firearms.
104.
These are weapons to kill, to maim, to disrupt the livelihood of residents. And so it is real. What we face out there are individuals who are willing to take on law enforcement, who are willing to fire at will, but we're resolute. We are resilient and we are trained, equipped to treat with same, and we are and will continue to serve.
I am satisfied that the leadership of the police force is implementing faithfully, and we have seen that police officers who have gone outside the use of force policy, they have been dealt with, they have been disciplined, and they have been interdicted. Once that is the case, the entire Jamaica should put their support behind the efforts of the police. We are at an inflection point. If we continue on this path, respecting the human rights of the citizens, protecting the innocent citizens, and supporting the victims, we will be able to once and for all break this 40-year cycle of spiraling murders. We are going to finally break the gangs with your support.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
He said in that recording a while ago that the law enforcement officers who are found in breach of the law are interdicted. But when we look upon the ratio of it, the law enforcers who are being interdicted are those who stand up and speak the truth, who are truly there to serve and protect, and in some cases are even crying of political victimization. This man, it seems, have fully politicized the JCF. So what kind of trust can the people have in the police force with instances such as these? Nobody wants to wear a body camera. Why haven't we heard from the powers that be about this shooting? Why is it? I will let you hear from Michael Jackson, who is the president of the Jamaicans for Justice. She's still reiterating her call for the law enforcers to wear their body camera. We need accountability, and we need it now.
This incident for us is reminiscent of the 2024 shooting of Romario Sterling in Bog Walk, St. Catherine. If you recall, in that incident, there was a man who appeared to be kneeling down, and then what sounded like a gunshot was heard, and the imagery was captured on CCTV camera and the footage provided by the family. So it is eerily similar. And I think there are many questions that require urgent answers. The questions that citizens must join the family in asking: what were the specific circumstances that led to the use of lethal force against Jamar, especially given his apparent surrender? If the media reports are true that the surveillance cameras were in fact disconnected, why was this done, and what steps were taken to preserve other evidence that could clarify the series of events?
This is a very sad one, I must say. And I do believe that the people should have taken to the streets. There was another incident, I believe, in Nannyville, where another young fellow was killed. But when we have a leader who says the youngsters, they must meet them judge or meet them maker, and when we look, you see nobody a meet no judge? Him add the list where should I go meet a judge. But yet still him a give out orders and say them for meet them judge or meet them maker. You see in this footage a while ago, this gentleman was challenging the police force. Oftentimes we hear the same argument sound like a scratch record. Gun battle and exchange. And the criminal was hit by law enforcers and he succumbed, and them find this a millimeter and that the millimeter and this a Glock and that the Glock and M16, yeah, so here, there and everywhere. You see in this footage that was shown a while ago, this 22-year-old fellow was challenging the police. Why it needed 23 police officers to go to this premises? What kind of tipped off did they get to go to this premises? Whose name was on the warrant? How did this young fellow ended up being killed? When we see him proceeding, going to the door with his hands raised. When you raise up your hands, so a surrender, you basically a surrender. What can really go so? We not hear an argument from the commissioner of police. We not hear an argument from Andrew Holness. We don't hear an argument coming from any of them. And so the well-thinking Jamaicans need answer. We cannot sit by and watch our young men being brutally killed and murdered and nothing comes of it. We heard Andrew Holness basically saying crime is going down for the last 3 years. When we run over, but yet still police brutal killings are going up. Something can really go so. Now, since of this year, you hear of decline in a particular month or a few months of this year, you heard about decline. He still has the more deaths under his watch than any other two-term government. The families need answer of how this fellow was killed. The community at large need answer. And they must not be taken off of frontline duty alone. That is not enough. We cannot sit and allow this to continue to happen. Over 200 and odd police killings, none of them no body cameras. What can go so? Then this is a government that truly stands for accountability. This is a government where want transparency. When none of them can sign the code of conduct. We must demand and hold them feet to the fire this time around. Them say them get third term. Our parliament opened last week, but yet still there was no parliament yesterday. I wonder what happened or why is that? Andre want to answer the Jamaican people and let us know why our parliament never opened yesterday. Bless up yourself, Nathaniel Brown. Big up Sharon Mackenzie, Maureen Vassell, JR, Daniel Taylor. Big up yourself every time. Myrtle, big up. Everybody who's just joining the live. Cooking with Elaine, big up yourself, my sis. Please to like and share. Danette, big up yourself. Colin, why is that? Why were Parliament never opened yesterday? But then again, I got a call yesterday stating that Andrew Holness, they're somewhere in New York. Some UN meeting. But then when I hung up with the person who gave me that information, me I said to myself, say, why him needed for go to New York for go meet with the UNR, for leave the country. And I want to hear from everyone on this live, for those who are currently on the ground in Jamaica. Only did hear of no notice that the Andrew only said they're going to leave the country to go to any form of meeting. We just want one yes or one no for continue talk when me talk. Sis Monica Hall, big up yourself. Michael Baker, enough respect. Joanne Bailey, Serene Sue. The people them come out this morning, you know. Please to like and share out the live, please and thanks. No, you see that? Carla Ebanks, big up. Jenny, enough respect. How is that? Gone are the days we have leaders, them a make we know, so them a go up on this venture, you go sign this contract, them a make we know in advance. We are getting notice because remember, say, we employ them to work on our behalf, to spend our tax-paying dollars on our behalf. But they just up and leave, and it's when them out of the country, we hear say them out of the country. But then I ask a question to myself, and me I say, then if you roll out a cabinet with 700 million price tag per year, almost $1 billion Jamaican dollars, why him needed to leave the country for go meet with the UNR wherever him there in the world? What about the foreign affairs minister? Me not understand. What is the foreign affairs minister being paid for then? Why then it's gonna cost taxpayers $700 billion to pay an 18-member cabinet and few little junior ministers? I don't understand. And all we can hear the little stupid Labourites them. Mark Golding wanted to put aside $1 billion fund for the culture and creative industry. So it's nothing if this administration pay themselves heavy. People can really sensibly and talk them something there. No signing of the code of conduct. We still have quite a few of them over there under probe for illicit enrichment. I want to see nothing wrong with them taking such hefty pay. Right now, I not even know if I for continue talk for say the public sector workers them still don't get a good negotiation deal with them. I don't know if I should continue vouch and talk about the public sector workers because I don't know if them a stand up to this government and demanding what is due unto them. Una remember, I'm going to drink on the memory. Una remember when in 2012 under a Portia Simpson Miller administration, when she basically rolled out the price tag for her cabinet, it was close to some 200 million per year. And we hear them talk up our whole heap of things, say the cabinet too pricey. But what do you make of this cabinet? Not at 2012, you know? Look on that. Look at that. And you don't see nothing wrong with that? Why we for pay them so much money? And that me want to know. That's what I'm asking. What are they doing so in the country that they deserve almost 700 million worth of pay every single year between all of them? And I want to pull up this article. I want to read some of this article that was published January 8, 2012. So before a Portia Simpson Miller had taken over the government, a Bruce Golding was the prime minister back in those times. And he basically rolled out a 19-member cabinet, right? With a price tag of close to or a little over 100 million per year. And we're seeing a Portia Simpson Miller basically labeled that 19-member cabinet as a break front, that it was one of the largest in the history of the country. But what should we say about this cabinet rolling out with 700 million per year? Right? Portia Simpson Miller asked him to slash it. He didn't want to slash his cabinet. And so I'm going to read out some of the figures of those then administration till now. So in 2009, April 1st, Bruce Golding and other government MPs took a 15% and 10% salary cut respectively. But a Portia Simpson Miller wanted him to basically cut some of his, his cabinet. She said if him really mean business, taking a 15% and 10% salary cut no mean nothing. He would have carried on the member of cabinet that he has. But he never decided to do that. Right? In October 2011, Andrew Holness named a 17-member cabinet and 9 junior ministers. And the chairman of the National Democratic Movement, Peter Townsend, in a press release as describes Portia Simpson Miller 20-member cabinet as excessive, extravagant, wasteful, and unnecessary. Right? So everything it seemed from back then until now, everything that the People's National Party does is extravagant and wasteful. But what do you call or say about this administration who basically sign a lease contract for empty buildings and paying, forking out over 400 and odd million of taxpayers' money to pay for empty buildings? Unoccupied buildings. In 2002, PJ Patterson cabinet was a 17-member cabinet, right? Which had a price tag of 61.4 million. In 2007, Bruce Golding rolled out a 19-member cabinet, and that cost the country 69.1 million. Portia Simpson Miller 2006 rolled out a 14-member cabinet. It cost the country 50.8 million. Again, in 2012, she rolled out a 20-member cabinet. It cost taxpayers 111.3 million. But Andrew Holness rolled out this cabinet to cost us 700 million per year. And what them a do so? That is what I want to know. What are they doing so for the Jamaican people that we must ensure that them get for them pay, but the other sectors are cry for them pay? Let us see if the public sector workers will get paid tomorrow. Tomorrow in the mountain. Big up yourself out of many respect. Richard Reed, enough respect. I want the motorists them to remember that they laid out a 1 billion that they want to collect from the motorists. So some of you, all you know, where jump up and down and a ball now all of a sudden. You never had a ball before, and a ball about roads. You want roads and you want this and you want that. Uno go and get ticket left, right, and center. Left, right, and center. I don't sorry for Uno. None at all. I don't sorry for Uno. But hear what this. I want you to hear what this African leader has to say.
There are two things in Africa today. If you want to be rich without working hard at all, be a politician or found a church. That is, in all African countries, that is what I see. That is why people engage in cutthroat competition, and throats are actually cut in pursuit of political power. And that, in my view, undermines development. You know, in the continent of Africa, we now think that periodic elections is what democracy is. That is not democracy. We have perfected the art of manipulating democratic processes. Those who win the elections are not necessarily the ones who win the election, the ones who are announced to have won the elections in many African countries.
You hear that? Delroy Walker, you look somebody for chat with you. You don't have no sense. Andrew wrap you up Antonio in an idiot to about 10 years, no new tax. The indirect taxation of the country weak. In 4 years, he collected more tax than any other administration in the history of Jamaica. 419 billion more taxes. You see the rain will fall? And I seen an article where they're saying rain causes flooding. Thank you, my sister, for sending me this picture and this video. This is a gully. You see that gully here, right, sir? Full up of all sort of things. What kind of rainfall causing flooding? Are the poor maintenance of the drains are that cause the flooding? What have they done over the last 10 years as it relates to our drainage system? What them do? You come and tell me say no new tax for 10 years. When them collect more tax, they introduce new tax. New taxes were there as it relates to the whole energy, light bill and all of that. But since you want to be so stupid and fool, you come over here. But now dialogue with someone who don't have no sense. Moderators move them off of the chat. I don't want to speak with some of them because they don't have no sense. 10 years. And look at rainfall and look there.
Almighty God, I disgrace. Anybody? This is a national disgrace. You come back and you have to stand up. You come to do food and glass permit and you have to stand up. Security, I tell you, say, yet don't want till 8 o'clock. So one car going in and beg them and to beg for the car going in. And I see a health center. Look up on the gully. On the condition of the gully. Look behind me. Look behind me. Look on the condition of the gully. Really there. Mighty God. And this gully are going right back down. See the main road out there, so. Here, bush. What is God?
Look at the state of that gully. And look at rainfall. If we did have good drainage system, you think so our country would have looked so? whole heap of people lost a whole lot of stuff. No compensation. You still have people from last year burial. I tell you, say, them still not get no assistance from the government. So where all of them money there? That we want to know. Where is all of those money? Them not get whole heap of charity money from all over. But them belly fully, look on them on the screen. And you still have the minions them a justify for them. As my little brethren say, some of you for suffer. You for suffer some of you. It's only sad that the people them will make sensible choices after in the rut with some of you. Big up yourself, Elsing. Florence, Denny, big up. Janet Jones, enough respect. Lenward, big up. It's only sad that the well-thinking people them have in the rut with some of you. Supporting and enabling corruption at the highest level. Them not see nothing where this man do that is wrong. Big up UB, comrade. 1 PNP. They don't see anything wrong. We all are under there. Where did I run out and say we counter protest JFJ? What under there? You know see the youths them are dead off. Enough of them innocent. You know see that? You know go come out vocal upon them issues here. But you come and tell me about no new tax. Another thing here I want to speak on. Why we still have a acting director of public prosecution? That's what I want to know. Why do we still have a Claudette acting as the director of public prosecution? Why? When the former DPP tenure is up, our time up, done, finito. So why they don't appoint another director of public prosecution all now? What is the hold up? Definitely Serene Sue, them need to come answer. What is the hold up with our director of public prosecution? And I'm going to read a little bit from the Constitution, and this is section 94. The establishment of office of and functions of director of public prosecutions. There shall be a director of public prosecutions whose office shall be a public office. A person shall not be qualified to hold or act in the office of director of public prosecution unless he is qualified for appointment as a judge of the Supreme Court. The director of public prosecution shall have power in any case in which he considers it desirable so to do, to institute and undertake criminal proceedings against any person before any court other than a court martial in respect of any offense against the law of Jamaica, to take over and continue any such criminal proceedings that may have been instituted by any other persons or authority, and to discontinue at any stage before judgment is delivered any such criminal proceedings instituted or undertaken by himself or any other persons or authority. These are some of the roles and functions of the Director of Public Prosecution. To discontinue at any stage. Number 4. The powers of the Director of Public Prosecutions under subsection 3 of this section may be exercised by him in person or through other persons acting under and in accordance with his general or special instructions. So we have an acting DPP working then under under the orders of Paula then. The woman time up. Me not understand. I don't understand. Big up yourself, Miss Winnie. It's even alleged that she's been tipped off to become the Governor General of our country. And what so? Make she can't go home after she retire. What so? But public money where she have to get some of the public funds. Even if you retire, you still have to get your pension. So what so make you fight for come back in the public domain for collect taxpayers' money same way? Why you not go home go rest? And what so with she and the Jamaica Labour Party make she can't go home pan her retirement go rest? Everybody else take them retirement and go rest themselves and go rest them structure. Why you can't rest your structure? We are watching this one very closely in the ABR family and viewers. Well thinking Jamaicans, we are watching this one very closely. Because what I was trying to find out as it relates to even the appointment of the Director of Public Prosecution, I would love to know if the opposition leader would have a say in that. But then again, I doubt it. Because wouldn't it be between the Prime Minister and the Governor General in that appointment? I must also do some research on the whole, Governor General aspect because I want to know what is really going on. Big up yourself, Godson. We have a wicked and caring government and they must go. The people, them was disenfranchised in this general election. And we're not gonna stop talking about the whole heap of irregularities, even as it relates to Andrew Holness's constituency and him being declared the winner. And we are standing behind a Paul Buchanan until all of this has fully resolved. And I personally would love a rerun of the entire constituency. Not just a rerun of the division, a rerun of the entire constituency. So let us continue to wait a little longer because October the 1st should be the 2 weeks that the Constitutional Court should give us a response to let us know whether or not it will be sent to the election court. Because with the halting of votes and all of that, I wanted to also know whether or not the people them did get back the time to vote. Whole heap of factors at play. The people them got frustrated in lines for how much 10 hours. And what kind of election that? I will not ease up until it is sorted out. A whole heap of changes need to be made as it relates to the whole Electoral Office of Jamaica and the whole proceedings for election. In this day and age, 2025, at the worst it seems, the Electoral Office cannot be trusted. The people them don't trust who is there. The people them believe a whole heap of hanky-panky go on. We heard some of it. We seen video footages of some of it. But him run gone swearing in. Sworn in. But yet still, he's still under probe for illicit enrichment. Run gone sworn in. See how tax money I do there? ABR family and viewers, this is where me stop some of the talking. I really want to hear from some of you. Please go ahead And call in on the program and let me hear what you have to say. The number is 954-288-6467, WhatsApp only. Big up yourself, Francis. Beverly Foster, bless up yourself. Please to like and share out the live. What says you, ABR family and viewers? Go ahead, chime in, call in on the program. Let me hear what you say, based on everything that was outlined in this video. What says you about this young gentleman, 22-year-old, that was killed? Blessed morning, Miss Winnie, you're live.
Good morning, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
This morning.
I'm good.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right. And Princess, now, what I really want to know, what's happened to Paul Buchanan? You know, not Paul, not Ian. Isaac is okay, yes?
Yes.
And Paul Buchanan, he should win that seat. Because Andrew never win that seat. Never. And what really make my heart so painful is that young man that the police murdered. My God.
Sad.
Listen to me. I don't want to see. Look, Lord, I am so glad that my dead mother and father sent for us when we was a little child and take us to the United Kingdom. I'm glad that I don't have no niece, nephew, or great nieces or great nephew, and my children are big man and woman now who are nearly 60. Yeah? So I am so happy. I don't even want none of my children to go to Jamaica.
My God.
I don't, honestly, I would never take them there, never. When I go there, I'm scared as a woman, as a young man going there. I've got young grandsons. And they're gone there now. Next thing you realize, you might look like somebody they want. And what happened? Listen, I cried for that young man. Look at that young boy. He ran to the door. And he see them, he put up his hand. They didn't have to dash him away. Why? And that, what I have in my mind, I cannot tell no one. What I have in, but you know what, I'm not sorry for the Jamaican living out there, you know. All this now, Jamaica should shut down.
Definitely so. If it were other instances, if I did them prints, if I did nothing wrong with them prints, then would I take to the streets.
Forget the prince is nothing. Listen to me, that could happen in America, England, Australia, the whole world. It would have shut down. But you see, the Jamaicans are, I don't know what, I think they're in some kind of dust over there. They don't come out for that poor little baby boy. That
people and sit down.
Lord God, he don't have no criminal record. He's a hard-working little young man. Any mothers and grandmothers should be proud to have him. Oh,
True.
But I feel that police that do those killing are the one that is for Andrew trained to kill. Don't feel sorry for no one. They're training those police to kill, and I'm thank God for the camera.
Thank God for the camera.
You know what? I never heard of this thing called cloud before until I listened to it. If it wasn't the cloud, a lot of things wouldn't be seen.
True.
They didn't know there was a camera. The dumbass, and there is camera that you can. It's like a button. A friend of mine got some cameras in her house. It's like a little tiny button. She get it from China. And you don't know there's a camera. And we were speaking, and she said she's going to upgrade it, that it can have the cloud or something. So I don't know what they're talking about. You know, I'm too old for them kind of. But
yeah, the cloud is like it's a storage system with backup information.
Oh.
Yeah, so it stores.
Thank you very much. I only know certain things on the phone, no only WhatsApp, the call. But other little things is not for my brain to hold. But thank God for the cloud, though.
Yes.
Thank God. Thank God. And you know, not one of those policemen going to be charged. They're going to say that he did go for a gun on under him on the bed. Oh, can you go for a gun?
Oh,
with
did
all
he
those
enter back the
room?
house when he was outside?
Oh Lord, can you go? Oh Lord Jesus, mighty God! If I believe there got to be a bet, something more than are those 21 police?
23 to be exact.
23. You should snap your hand and they disappear off the planet of the earth. Not to hurt them, just snap your finger like a bewitch and they disappear. Mighty God. I wonder how they sleep, knowing they dash away an innocent child. But they are trapped with that. They are the one that goes around and do what they got to do and feel no way. Yeah, but one day they're going to feel, and it's somebody going to do something to one of their children, and they will feel it like. Anyway, you have a good day, my darling.
All
you
right.
take care here.
Same to you, Miss
Thank
Winnie.
you very much for taking. And listen to me. You keep on pushing. Don't give up, my darling. Don't give up.
Definitely
you keep
won't.
on pushing.
Thank
as
you.
Mr. Mystic said last night, he praised you and atop the press, but he forget to praise Auntie Jen. She's doing her own little thing too.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I must go and rewatch it.
Yeah, do that here. He really
right.
give you an atop the press 100% credit. Okay, take care,
All right,
darling.
take care, Miss Winnie. Have a good day.
Love you all. Good day to everyone.
All right. So that was Miss Winnie right there. And so since the police them refuse to wear the body cameras, right? The police them now operate off of them own. They must be taking orders from the high ranking. So must them and give them the orders not to wear the body camera. But since them now want to wear it, I wouldn't mind all of the residents them in the country save up and at least invest in one camera and have it now in the house, just as all them people here of this gentleman who was killed had their camera around their houses and even inside the house. I wouldn't mind that, because since them invest in a body cameras and them no want to wear it, so them a make it seems as if now say the police them a operate off of them own. If them no want to wear the body cam, wanna get cameras in our house, so when them come and kick off on the door and I do the things them, the camera can pick them up. And I would love for the cameras them to be in certain areas where them can detect it as them coming out of the house. Because what was meted out onto this young man should not have happened any at all. Should not have happened any at all. 23 officers, no body cameras. What can go so? Over 200 fatal shootings, no body worn camera. What is sense? You know, make no sense? What are we praising and lauding this government for? To thief and to rob us? What are we praising and lauding this wicked and caring government for? To kill off the youths them? What about due process? What about due process? What have they found in that house? What was on this gentleman that was such a threat to all 23? And that me still cannot understand. So true, Mars control. A time for the citizens them for protect on themselves, get the cameras them in on the house. That is what I'm vouching for right now. What is it one smaddy could have been such a threat to 23 policeman with some big M16 assault rifle. Handgun in a them holster. What was on him, sir? Look like one bomb did they on him and them disarm the bomb and then them get rid of him. I don't know. I don't know. That is what I'm trying to understand here. Oh, somebody run out of them house with them hand thrown in the air. Ended up being killed. Ended up dead. Anybody else wants to chime in? Thank you so much, Mass Control. Welcome to all the new subscribers on the platform. Again, big up to all ABR members who joined the membership. You too can become a member of the membership. Only a small fee per month. You get a star badge beside your name. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. I also want to big up all my moderators. Thank you for being on this journey with me. For all those who started with me from day one, big up on yourself. I also want to promote this, fish fry thing that my sister has going on each and every Saturday. You can get fried fish, steamed fish, jerk chicken, jerk pork for those who are in the Fort Lauderdale area. When you can come and support the movement. Each and every Friday, it's called Chaos Fish Fry. Saturday. Each and every Saturday. So support the thing. Yours truly will be there. So anybody else wants to chime in, let me hear what you have to say. Please to call in 954-288-6467. WhatsApp call only. Dwight says, see them kill a young man in Bogwalk and camera was there. What have come out of it? Nothing at all. We can't hear nothing will come out of it. We can't hear nothing more, but yet still, we heard that Andrew Owens basically saying that for the ones them who are caught in breach of the law, they are interdicted. And as I stated earlier, the police them when we see I get interdicted, they are crying foul of political victimization. Some don't know about the others them who are get interdicted for. They are less. Not often time you hear say police held to the full length of the law for abuse of powers in cases as these. Right? So I don't know what he's talking about right there, so. I don't know at all. And as I stated, we still await to see or to hear from the Commissioner of Police. Him did run out strong what they upon the Jamaicans for Justice, Michael Jackson, who, basically call for accountability, call for the body-worn cameras to be used by the police officers. Him run out and him attack up all kind of stuff as if he's coming out against the justice body, right? The human rights body. And so the phone lines are open. What says you? 22-year-old fellow here on the screen lost his life. It's alleged that the police officers were taking off frontline duty. See the video footage here for those who are just coming on the live.
This incident for us is reminiscent of the 2024 shooting of Mario Sterling in Bogwalk, St. Catherine. If you recall in that incident, there was a man who appeared to be kneeling down and then what sounded like a gunshot was heard. And the imagery was captured on CCTV camera and the footage provided by the family. So it is eerily similar And I think there are many questions that require urgent answers. The questions that citizens must join the family in asking: what were the specific circumstances that led to the use of lethal force against Jamar, especially given his apparent surrender? If the media reports are true that the surveillance cameras were in fact disconnected, why was this done and what steps were taken to preserve other evidence that could clarify the series of events?
Every time I see this video here, my body runs cold.
I'm decked out in my blue because I'm in full support of the JCF. I think the conversation in the country needs to be balanced. Obviously, the JCF's increased activities in interdicting criminals and in dealing with the gangs would have caused a significant increase in the loss of life of those who challenge them. But I think the country should also understand that the gang warfare is at a level where we must respond and respond decisively. The impact of it is that it is not only people who are related in the gang activity that is impacted. There is the tragic murder of a 14-year-old girl just going to the shop to get something and is caught up in gang warfare. She has nothing to do with it. She's totally innocent. She's looking forward to the rest of her life like any other Jamaican, only to have her life taken by criminals involved in gang warfare. That side of the story needs to be focused on, and Jamaicans should put their support behind the police to actually finally bring an end to the gangs. Gangs contribute 8% of murders in the country. And if we are able to eliminate, undermine, and eradicate the gangs, our murder rates would fall to below the regional average.
So the impact is real. We have recovered in St. Andrews South since the start of the year 104 firearms.
104.
These are weapons to kill, to maim, to disrupt the livelihood of residents. And so it is real. What we face out there are individuals who are willing to take on law enforcement, who are willing to fire at will. But we are resolute, we are resilient, and we are trained, equipped to treat with same, and we are and will continue to serve.
I am satisfied that the leadership of the police force is implementing faithfully, and we have seen that police officers who have gone outside the use of force policy, they have been dealt with, they have been disciplined, and they have been interdicted. Once that is the case, the entire Jamaica should put their support behind the efforts of the police. We are at an inflection point. If we continue on this path, respecting the human rights of the citizens, protecting the innocent citizens, and supporting the victims, we will be able to once and for all break this 40-year cycle of spiraling murders. We are going to finally break the gangs with your support.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It's a 40-year cycle, but yet still more murders under his administration than any other administration. One innocent life lost, is a cause for concern. We want the police them to do their job, but do it and ensure that no innocent person is hurt. This is very sad. Anybody else wants to chime in? 954-288-6467. WhatsApp call only. What says you about this slaying of this young 22-year-old gentleman killed at his house. 23 police men and women, according to reports from Indicom, but no body-worn camera. I want to hear some of the mothers them call in on the program and let me know what is your take when we have a government that says the youths they must meet the judge or meet their maker, and all of them are being deemed as criminal. And when we, the well-thinking Jamaicans, come out and we say, no, and every one of them are criminal. Una say, una invest more into the law enforcement than any other government. Una have this equipment for them work with that. But why is it at all times is a lethal force being used on the citizens? Why? Why is it? Why is it? Them don't have no taser, them don't have anything else for use. Hardly. Them look like them not even have pepper spray. Why is it all the time we are here say a young man challenge them? And then them find this a pistol and that the pistol. But nobody want cameras to back up them story. Nobody want cameras to hold them accountable. To make we, the citizens, see what kind of trust and faith now we are going to have in the police force. Blessed morning, my caller, you're live. Hold on. Go ahead.
It is very concerning that from what I'm seeing regarding this incident, from a position of knowledge, there are a lot of things to be unraveled by Indicom. Can the officers breach the premises and the individual was never restrained since they have a concern regarding their safety? That should have been the first step if it is that they would want to have any personal interest in this individual. It cannot be purported in any way, shape, or form that this man, after they would have breached the premises and entered the rooms without his presence, that they are going to allege that he went back into his room or was taken back into his room and he attempted to pull a firearm, let alone a revolver.
My God.
No top shotter in this age and time does not carry revolvers. That's what I'm hoping Indicom will take a closer look at some of the nuances that has been observed, that has long loved the force, in that the issue of less lethal devices, engagement, those were lacking. The first resort to deadly force and the propensity at which it is happening, it cannot continue like this.
Not at all.
If the force is lacking in resources, it must be told to the public, and the government has a duty of care to provide those resources.
True.
It cannot continue like that. The other issue that they need to look at is whether or not any of these officers on this operation were equipped with less lethal devices, handcuffs, pepper spray, you name it. And how it is that this youngster who came voluntarily to the police was taken back inside the room. And since they have an interest in him, for whatever reason they may have had a warrant to execute on this premises, why did they restrain him at first instance?
Thank you very much.
So Indicom has a lot to unravel, and this is something that will make or break the trust of all the institutions attached to governance in this country and accountability. It is whether or not they have the gall, the guts to stand up and to execute a proper investigation and to hold those who are culpable responsible for their action or non-action.
Yes.
It cannot be business as usual.
Not at all.
The Prime Minister can continue to pay lip service. But one thing for sure, the public had a duty of care to themselves when they entered the last general election, for which they failed to hold him accountable.
True.
So I'm not going to listen to the cries. All I'm simply saying to those who have goodwill and wishes for Jamaica, that they should seek to hold the government accountable. And I'm sure the opposition in Parliament has the capacity now to stand up and to stand for the people and the vested interests of this country. Gone were the days when you can say that the government has a latitude to speak like loose cannon. No, it cannot be business as usual. You cannot have our youngsters being executed in the manner that it is being done. Even in the violence of times, you know that there are information that you can garner, and if you intend to dismantle criminality in this country, how is it that you're executing these people without the court having an opportunity to
due process
and due process, and as well as for investigators to pursue information that can be obtained from these individuals?
Yes.
What is the agenda? There seems to be a greater hidden agenda than what it is that is at the forefront, because you cannot seek to intimidate or drive fear into your citizenry. You want partnership, you want trust, you want mutual respect, and for that reason, it makes a question the hypocrisy of the churches, the hypocrisy of the non-governmental organization, as well as the private sector organization of Jamaica. It also lends itself for the international human rights group to look at what it is that obtains in Jamaica as we speak, and to hold the government accountable, because the stories are not adding up.
Not at all.
When you look at the layout of the information and the incidents, it is not adding up. And I think that Indicom needs more resources to pursue diligently investigation and for persons to be held accountable. It cannot be that the DPP office is going to be used as an obstruction to justice in this country. It cannot be. So I hope that the relevant authorities is going to cause the resources to be and the full budget to be allotted to Indicom for these matters to be pursued diligently.
Definitely.
Accountability matters, the lives of our citizens matters, and it is full time. If the force says proper respect for the rights of all, we ought not to be taking the lives of our citizens as if it does not matter.
True.
That is my few cents.
All right. Thank you so much for calling. Enough respect.
Blessings.
All right. So we heard there saw ABR families and viewers, well-thinking Jamaicans, from a long-standing veteran in the police force there, a Sir Ron James, just spoke out on the program, telling us of some of the issues that needs to be remedied in order to gain the trust of the people in our country. What is the agenda of this government? Blessed morning, my sis. You're live. Call back. I don't know what happened. Your service went down. If they don't, they say they collect more tax than any other administration. Why isn't Indicom then fully equipped to sort out all of these matters as it relates to police shootings? What is going on? Big up yourself, Celine Brown in Witches Brew. Big up Martha Couponing Foundation. Big up Vian Miller. Blessed morning, my fam. You're live.
Good morning.
I'm alright. How you do?
I'm there. I listen to Sir James while I got talk. As I said, you vote for them what, get them Jamaican people get the opportunity of a lifetime,
True.
And they want, so they decide to them want a criminal leader, so they speak with them, deal with them criminal leader. If they get an honest and a good leader to lead the country and to try to make empower the poor class of people to make them life better, give them land and give them ownership of land so they can have a title to them and give them power. They don't want power. They prefer to beat them and beat them like slaves. They like the slave mentality. They always know them, That's why for them, big man thing, Big man thing, if anything a government want to do, they must do. Yeah, man. Everybody have to feel it, man.
My God.
The opportunity come, we get better, I want to take it. So here we know, anything this short away, we all have to take it because we allow this man to do what he wants to do and continue to do what he wants to do. Because here we are. First of all, this man should be the Prime Minister because he's uncertified. And we should have been from the before election, this man should be the contest this election, become Prime Minister again. So no matter what happens, the man is going to do and feel like to do and do what more have to do. When man of the country doesn't say nothing to nobody, if you're not here, if you're not doing please, just do what more have to do. With anything we get, we take, because I want to vote for, we are get to vote for. I won't vote for anything. If you don't mean to vote for him, but me I get what we deserve. Because we were here to say we want to carry a friend and carry a friend and carry a friend. And for those who Jamaican who have the opportunity to get him out and allow this man to continue government, they tell him, man, I want him done with the man. And two pocket pants, me to the matter jar them, man. They tell him, man. Jamaican people them too evil. And I said, my glad to get an evil rule over it. And when Andrew don't know the man, remember I tell him, man. Go away. I'm going to suffer now. What you say, man? I don't think you're going to say nothing yet. It's a tip of the iceberg. It's just a tip of the iceberg. You know, everybody has shown them two colors now. Can I get the next third term? Everybody has shown them two colors now. Can I get the third term? If you don't care, watch your sister. They are going to listen and live and observe and I'm going to take life one day at a time, And I'm going easy,
Yeah.
So I say Jamaican people, the people who think that the biggest that dunce of people have been at Jamaica. Even though some of them might feel like they have education out, them big and dunce are fool. How can we sit back and listen and see this man have so much baggage hanging over him
ask them renew back, go back in the parliament. None of them no sign the code of conduct as I said. None of them sign it again. I will still allow these men to lead us. Look on the man, look on the amount of junior minister this man have. No government no keeps no junior minister, that's no junior minister. It's a eat a food government to make the whole of minister them have food.
Whole of them are eat a food. My God.
The whole of them are eat a food. Why think the price tag for the price tax high? It's $700 million. The whole of them are eat a food. When you look back, when I say a man can't come back, a weekly, a month to queue, it's much corruption all over their head. As bad as what I mean that is, when we say face them now, but there was no allegation of him in any corruption. I use government money to do this and do that.
Sad.
It's sad, man. It's a sad day for Jamaican. And it will continue to be sad for a long time. And all who feel like say them will get that double minimum wage, they have a next case coming. Because that is nowhere in the future that will never happen.
Make them go and sit down and wait now.
Eh?
Make them go and sit down and wait now.
And that will never happen, and that can't happen. So make them sit down and wait. Them guys wait till them drop down. But I still want to listen to them. I just mind it for 2 cents, you know.
All right, my brother. Definitely. Thanks for calling. Respect.
Yeah.
We heard from this caller. I'm not sorry for them. None at all. Big up yourself, Barbara Finlay. Danny Mother Seal, big up yourself. I don't know who said them over here. Moderators, wanna get rid of them out of live chat. Them don't have no sense. All him do a battle for them mind and control it and take it over. Every day them sit down, hang up on 18 years. And 18 years on at the PNP. And what PNP do for 18 years. Like it not evident in the country. Go question Andrew. Go ask Andrew about the 32,000 when him say him a go per week. You question him about the 15% income tax when him say him a go cut the 25% income tax. Go question Andrew. Now come over here. Blessed morning, my caller. You live.
Greetings, Rastafari. Boy, now Mr. Boy, a leader must understand that he himself must believe and judge by. And two things are going on right now. It's like some people wake up and them still asleep, but me think say most of all the people that vote for this brother really see the 700 million are going. Anyway, this morning, this morning, me see in a vision where me I carry Andrew go a meeting and him see two of them people when want to legalize on the road. But him a shout out because I say, boy, see them a kiss them. And him a shout out like he want to shout out about him a hold back in vice. Anyway, reach at the meeting. And when they reach at the meeting, a lot of people was there waiting on him. And when them a wait for him now, when him go on it and start talk, everybody start disappear and start Cuss. You hear me just tell you?
Yeah.
Start Cuss one by one until the whole place empty.
Nobody know why you nothing from him.
Right. So me now, I get up on me and say, boy, how me I go analyze that video now? So me say to a sister in Jamaica. He say, well, Jamaica go turn from him. I'm going to read paper. And in the kind of film in the vision, he never have enough weight. So, you know, when we see one, the brother was talking before this brother, the one that a viral talk that I don't know if it's a officer.
Yes, man, it's an officer.
Like when he must speak about the citizen.
Yes.
You know, him know what is going on about something.
Yes.
Those kind of people with them quiet tone, they know something when you want to talk a lot, but him just give him advice.
Yes.
Why am I just listen to him in the morning? He thinks that way, then the other brother will come on a reason. Just know, you know. No, so me hear him by head like, you know. But some are going to go on in Jamaica differently, where everybody are going to wake up. And the people who set him on the throne where I don't feel him really, I will come take him down. But I just Jah works everything I want. Inside the vision, when I see everybody I turn away from him, the whole place empty. Just start get empty after him say 2 words. Everybody just start curse. And the whole place just get empty. And I just this for that, you know. So we don't know if we analyze it. What make you go there in the atmosphere, make the world know.
Yes.
We say more things to them too, you know. But I just live. No one go talk about all of the program. We are going listening, you know.
All right, then.
Rastafari love.
One Rasta. What you mean, man? We are blaze it, man. Big up yourself. One major daps. Up.
Every time. More love. Forever.
Really?
Yes, I.
All right, then. Rasta man get a vision. And Joe, the people them are going to turn from you. The people them already are turned from you. The well-thinking Jamaicans. But you force yourself, offer yourself a run again in our general election. With so many clouds hanging over you. ABR family and viewers, this is where I'm gonna take my leave of this live. Somebody else was calling me. If you still have the time, you can go ahead and call back. Let me hear what you say. But if not, I'm about to come off the live to get something to eat, and then, you know, by a certain time I have to run on the road to go and pick up my daughter. But it was a very fulfilling live, very informative. I appreciate all those who call in, all those who are in the live chat, all those who are silent watchers. You're listening but you're not commenting or anything like that. Respect. Much respect again to Sir Ron James for coming on, you know, giving us a little insight and to basically hold the current administration to account. Why is it that our police officers are unwilling to wear the body cameras? And why wasn't this gentleman, if he was such a threat, restrained? No, none out of the 23 of them never have no handcuff on them. What can really go? So Paulette Brown, again I want to say thanks to all of my ABR members. Thanks again to all of my moderators. Remember to leave a like as you come out of the live, and also to stay tuned for more videos, stay tuned for more updates. When we get more information on these matters, we now got a 1 year. When we look at the whole Mario Deans and it taking so many years, and when we thought justice would have been served, the officers in that incident basically walked away free. So where is the justice for the victims? Where is the justice for the innocent people? Where is the justice? One would continue to ask. Is it just justice for the elites and for those who their pockets are very heavy from robbing and raiding and raping our system, stealing from the tax coffers? Is it only them alone should get justice? Is it really 2 Jamaicas? One for the rich and the elites, where them alone can pay for justice and pay them way out of stuff, but the poor man and his family, the common Jamaican, must suffer? Remember, there's no middle class, you know. It's either you got it or you don't. It's either you got it or you don't. I'm taking this last call. Go ahead, my caller. You're live.
Yeah, blessing Xavier.
Blessings, family.
Yeah. You know, it's just here reflecting on it and looking, and you know, I just heard that it's about 225 youths dead already, basically killed by the police.
Yes.
And I'm saying, no,
no civilized country can run like that. No country can run like that. Which country kill off them? Because if you understand this, you see the men are what you call the seed, and them have the seed basically. I remember we're talking about also, low birth rate as well.
Yes.
So all of them stuff they affect the country, So you're talking about low productivity, low birth rate, birth rate.
Birth rate, yeah.
All of them stuff they affect the country. So when you kill out all of the seeds, what gonna happen? What do you think gonna happen?
Yeah, where the reproduction, where it gonna happen? A woman alone can't. Yes.
It does not gonna work because that's why the Bible right in the Bible says 7 to 1 because there will come where a 1 man and a 7 woman.
Mighty God.
It can't wrong. So basically I'm saying where is the investigation part of the JCF? And them thing turn up and now the investigation turn up as them say. And them have the capability and all of this. So I'm saying, where is that side of them? How what kind of heart them have if they go around and just kill the youth them? It just puzzle me. How you just go and just kill somebody and just put a gun on them. No devil in you, man. Devil in you.
True.
And because them get the authority from the government, them get the authority from them leader. Them just feel like them unstoppable.
True.
And them can do anything.
True.
And not just that, because when you have a corrupt leader, and that's the main part of it, you have a corrupt leader. So the whole of them corrupt, that's why they can plant gun and can kill you and plant gun, because the leader corrupt.
If the head of the stream not clean, my God.
The whole stream dirty up because the leader corrupt. But my part of it, I'm a Christian, and when I look, I see my fellow church brethren. Sometimes I always never want to talk about the church because I said, boy, a church that, and your brother and your sister them that you don't want to talk about it. But the reality is you have to talk about it.
Definitely.
The church not playing we never say the church and all because you have the local church. Local church is different from what you call the headquarters, the bigger branches them.
Yes.
Just like when you have the umbrella group of churches and the council Jamaica. Sis, right now the church and the whole these organizations they are in bed with the government.
It's evident, yeah, man.
What makes you a child of God now? What makes you a Christian? Is when you fight against injustice. Because when Jesus walked the earth, he came to bring justice. That's what he came for, to bring justice to the people, mean to redeem you, to bring you back, to buy you back, because it knows why you're under what? You're under judgment. So in come to bring justice. And to see that you have the umbrella group of churches and the Jamaica Council of Churches, and all of this is happening in the country, and none of these organizations say nothing. One of the things that Jeremiah was crying about, Jeremiah was crying about the injustice, how they suppress the poor, how they trample on the poor. Jeremiah cry about all of these things, and once you're a child of God, you have to cry about these things. You have to bawl out these things, because
Definitely.
why is the poor people always suffering? Those who are at the bottom, they always suffer because the man at the top always take advantage of them. And to see these, the Bible describe them. Jesus say, he say, be careful of the scribes and Pharisees.
Yes.
These what you call leaders, these top leaders, they say umbrella group of churches,
They are scribes and Pharisees. All they care about is linking with the big shot.
And money.
Because they love to shake hand. They love to be in the big league, what you call the big league. They love to be in the big league, so they love that means why they love the rich part, the prime minister there, and the judges and the top MP them and the POCJ them and whatever. That's where they love to be. So that's why one minister said, one pastor said, he not say nothing about the prime minister, he not say nothing bad about the prime minister, the best. The best prime minister in sick. Or the best prime minister for a long time or something like that. You know me at all, Portmore, about Portmore.
Yes. Me know we are talking.
Him say him not say nothing. How could you not say something about a man that is under investigation for illicit enrichment? Don't know, we can't explain where him getting wealth. But you're not saying nothing. And if it was a simple man, police have him long time. Police have him long time. If in their work, in they have to stop work because why in which time I work that's a boy we can't facilitate it anymore because why you're under investigation there. We don't know where you get your stuff from. But because in the pantap, in my role in the top man then. What I'm saying is Jamaica, there's a report come out about why they want to pray against Obia. Me a Christian, Me I say, why you pray against Obia when you elect one Obia team? So why it makes sense to pray against somewhere that they already for?
Talk true, no?
No, that makes sense.
A serious business, That makes sense?
No, you elect somebody.
You pray against Obia and you elect somebody who endorse
Obia. You elect somebody who are in the man say, they want him and Neil Chucks, they want legalize Obia.
Yes, sir.
And we are less, we see Babsy a jump over the table and grow on candle light and all that. I said, we see her. So you tell me something now, so how you pray against something where they already? That don't make no sense. You alone go and go pray against it.
Yeah.
Because you not go move, because you lick it already.
My goodness.
It just
Same
make no
to my
sense.
brother.
It doesn't make no sense, but I'm saying, and as a country, we gone way down. We gone to the ground. I think we are so blind. We're blind. But I believe that one day Jamaica will return back to its glory. Believe me, it will return back to its glory because no man reign for long, No man not reign forever,
Only the good salvation, my brother.
Only the good salvation lasts. But time will tell.
All right then. That is
bless
it. Big up yourself. Thanks for calling. Enough respect. So that was the last call for today. ABR family and viewers, please stay tuned. I will come with updates and more fresher information when the time allows. But for now, I have a few errands to run and then to pick up my daughter. So please stay safe. Happy Wednesday to each and every one. Thanks again for the continued support. Remember, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're on the road to 50K, And to leave a like before you go out. Remember, the word is and will always be love. Enough respect to everybody. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Big up.